What's going on, people? Welcome to the Roses Bookshop on eBay in my basement. I am Odessa Rose. I am a literary author, a very small, very small independent filmmaker, and I sell used books on eBay. This is the fourth episode of writing books, and I keep leaving off life because I'm not really going to talk about my life that much. I'm going to really try to stay focused on my writing and my books. And my life is going to come in a little, but I'm hoping to not bring it in too much. But as an author and a bookseller and a lover of books, life is just going to come into it. So every now and then I put in the title writing, books, and life, but sometimes I just put it writing and books. But I'm going to be talking about me as an author, my journey into my writing career, and the books that I love to read and the books that I love to sell. So I'm going to just get right into it. Behind me is the trailer for a movie that was done of my first novel. My first novel was called Water in a Broken Glass. And a young filmmaker named Jamel Thomas came to me back in I think 2007 and asked me if she could turn it into a film. It was a long process, but finally in 2016, she started. I always say we, but she started filming, and then in 2018, the movie was released. We had a big premiere here in Baltimore at the Senator Theater, and so I'm very proud of that book. It was my very first book. I'm very proud of the movie. So I hope you all get to go see it and then buy the book, or buy the book first and then go see the movie, whichever one you want to do. But I know you will enjoy both. They did a great job with the film, and I'll talk about that a little later. My second novel is called In the Mirror, and this one, I love this book. It got in the way of me writing my third book. I was working on Kismick's Journey, which is actually my third book, when this book came in my mind, and I was like, okay, let me just write it down to get it out of my head. But nope, I ended up finishing this book and publishing this book first. And this one, I love this book also. And this is Kismick's Journey. This is the biggest book I've written so far, and it's not autobiographical, but I did draw on some of my life experiences, like I said, writing books in life. But I'm very proud of this book. I love this book, and the reception for all three books have been great. And so if you want to know more about my work, just go to my website, odessarose.com, and you can get the books and learn more about me and the films that I make and things like that. Now, my films aren't that big, but they're just little things that I like doing in between. But yeah, so that's me in the beginning. So let me tell you what sold on eBay. I woke up to 3 book sales in one day, and I say that's odd because since I've been selling on eBay, my sales aren't usually that high. And I know 3 books sounds really low, and it is, but for the amount of work or time that I put into doing eBay, which is not a lot, waking up to 3 book sales in one day is awesome. The first book I sold was The Man Who Cried I Am by John Williams, and it's a very powerful book, and I'm glad that I was able to find it. So this sold. What else? Catch 22 sold, and The Colonel sold. The Extraordinary Story of Colonel Tom Parker and Elvis Presley. So these are the 3 books that sold. And I think I know why I suddenly sold. Well, I'm not going to say it's never happened before. It's happened before, but not like this. And I think it's because I actually opened an eBay bookstore. Before, I was just selling books on eBay. You know, I didn't have an eBay store per se. On the eBay site, I called it the Roses Bookshop because that's what it is. It's the Roses Bookshop. But I didn't have an actual store. I didn't have a store subscription. And listing books on eBay, just as without having a store, you get 250 free listings. So you can list up to 250 books for free a month without, any fees. But because my store has grown over the 3 years that I've been doing it, I've gone over the 250 listing limit. And that causes me to get an insertion fee of 35 cents per book. And that started eating into my profits because I was listing books and getting this fee. So on top of just the regular fee that comes out, all the other stuff that comes out for eBay, I'm getting this insertion fee. And so I had to weigh continuing to sell that way, or take books off, or just go through the list and just make sure certain books that are older don't list, or I could open a store. So I decided to go ahead and open the store. It's for a year. I said if it doesn't work out, I can always stop. But I think it's better than just having to do so much work and going and taking off listings and just making sure that those books don't list. Because with the store subscription, I can list up to 1,000 free books per month, and I am no way going to be able to list 1,000 books a month. I am, but I was listing, over the 250, but I'm not going to list that much. And if I do, I will stop, because as you can see, my basement, I've taken up just a portion of our basement, and I don't want to get any bigger than this, because I am an author and writing is my first love, and that's what I want to do more than anything. I love this bookshop, but if it gets too much in the way of my writing, I'll have to, stop it. But that's not going to come to it. I'm going to make sure that doesn't happen. So, because I still want to write my books, I still want to make these little short films. And speaking of short films, I have a few on my YouTube channel, so you can go check those out. The latest one I did is called "Stay Your Butt Out the Woods." "Stay Your Butt Out the Woods" was supposed to be just a little short thing, but it ended up being a really long film, and it got a lot of praise and a lot of views, and we're very proud of that short film. I just got it in my head one day that I wanted to shoot a short horror film, and we did it. I asked my family and my friends to star in it. So don't look for Jordan Peele or anything like that. Just know it's a very, 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 very low budgeted film, low budget film. But it's still a great film, and I'm proud of it. So now we're working on one called Hilda. And like I said, we're going to start filming that at the end of the month. I've been working on it for about a year. And like I said, with the passing of my mother, my creativity kind of came to a halt. But it's coming back now. And I was working on it before she got really sick. And she was... I would read parts to her and tell her what was happening in the film, and she couldn't wait to see it. And I'm going to dedicate it to her, because my mother is the reason that I love horror, because she raised all 4 of her children on horror, mainly Stephen King. But so I can't wait to finish it so that I can dedicate it to her, just in her memory. And so that. So anyway, when I went shopping the other day, I went to a friend of mine's thrift store, and I often go in there because he has really, really good books. The only problem with going in his shop is I have to kind of dig for the books, because the section isn't as, it's not straight. It's not very organized. it's I'm not going to say chaotic. It's just you got to dig, and there's some great finds in there. I found some wonderful books in there. Some that I've sold on eBay, some that I've kept for myself, because they were just, I couldn't believe I found this book here. But while I was searching, I came across several books. Now, I got a bunch of James Patterson books. They don't sell for very much on eBay, but if I list them as a bundle, I can get a lot of money for them. But I couldn't pass them up, because look at the condition. These books are in great condition, and I was like, I can't just leave these. I know they don't sell for that much. This is Mary Higgins Clark, but look at that. Look at how great these books are. I'm like, I can't just leave these books here because they're what people call low-end books. And And that's another thing I want to talk about, as an eBay seller, an eBay, as a seller of books on eBay. To me, there are no low quality books. It's the story. People look at these books and go, they're run of the mill, blah blah blah. But people love those books, and so and because I love books, just because it's not my taste, I'm not going to say that it's this or that. But yeah, I had to pick them up. So look at that. Got a few of them. Whoever donated these books to his shop, they take really good care of their books. So now, the greatest find I found that day was this Bible. It was perfect. When I saw it, I was digging. I was almost done. I said, okay, there's not much here today. Let me just go on. And I got the James Patterson books and the Mary Higgins clocks. And I was like, okay, let me just get on out of here. And then I saw this plastic bag peeking out from under a pile of books. So I kind of gently moved the stuff over, trying not to knock a whole bunch of stuff down, because that's basically what it's like going through the book section in AJ's shop. So I finally got to the bottom, and inside this plastic bag was this wonderful, just wonderful antique Bible. And when I saw it, I said, this will go great for the opening of Hilda. I guess in a few more weeks I will tell you the plot of Hilda. Maybe after I get done filming I may. But this goes perfect for Hilda. I mean, when I saw it, just look at that. And it's so big and it's pretty and it's still in good condition. There's some separation here, right there. But people who love books are not going to care about that. I know I didn't. It's just a beautiful book. And like I said, it's going to go perfect for the storyline of Hilda. And just check that out. The self-pronouncing edition, they call it. So, and what I found, let me see if I can find it real quick. In the middle of the book, it tells who this book belonged to. This couple, I think they were married in 1905 or something. Let me see if I can find it. Find that section. I don't know if I'm be able to find it that quick, but there is a part in here because this was somebody's family Bible, and let me see. There you go. There it is. Okay, so this book, let me see if I can turn it around because this is a big book. See that there? So pretty. So anyway, these people, they were born or they got married. It says the date that they got married is 1905. And I guess, and this person, they were born. See, I'm a little confused because they got date of marriage July 25th, 1905. But also they got somebody was born in 1906 and maybe that's their children. So their children were born in 1906 and 1908 and they were married in 1905, but they didn't put their names down. They put the names of the children that were born. So when I saw this, I just could not pass it up. I'm like, this is going to be great. This is just awesome. So just stay tuned for more information about Hilda. And that's it. I have to pack up the books that sold. I'm going to put them in the mail on Monday. I was going to try to do it today, but I ran out of time. Let me just look and make sure. A friend of mine made this journal for me for the Roses Bookshop. And so I just want to make sure I talk about everything I said I was going to talk about. I bought the book, sold. Okay. All right. Yeah. So I talked about everything I need to talk about. And that and I like this because this is going to keep me on track. So what I'm going to do is make sure I write down everything that I want to talk about so that I don't stray too much. And that's going to be that. Oh, the other thing I found, this book, Gordon Parks, A Choice of Weapons. This is listed, and when I was looking for the books that sold today, when I pulled this off the shelf, this little piece came off the back because this is an old book. It's very fragile. The page is okay, but the cover is fragile. So I have to take another picture of this because with the original picture doesn't have that little piece off. So those are the kind of things you have to think about and do when you run a bookshop, because people are trusting you to give them the item that they see. And so because this book has been altered a bit, I mean, it's just a little piece, but I don't want to tape it on there because I didn't in the original listing. I mean, I could tape it on and just tell them that it's taped on, that I taped it back on. I think I might do that. I think I'll tape it back on and then just I'll take a picture of it and rewrite the description. But I want to be as honest and transparent as I can with my customers because I want them to come back and I want them to be satisfied with the books they get from me. And so that's it from me today. I hope I gave you something to think about. I hope I inspired you to go and do your dreams, because that's the other thing I want this channel to do, is to inspire people to go after their dreams, whatever it is. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do something. Don't let anybody stop you from trying to do whatever it is that you want to do, that you know is positive and is going to help your life and help other people's lives. That's what this life is all about. That's what I'm learning at age 58. That this life isn't just for you. It's for you to, of course, and I got to say this. I don't care who I offend because that's who I am. We got to give all praises to God. I am so thankful that I have the life that I have and the family that I have, and that I'm able to do the things that I do. And having this gift of writing, being able to write so that you can help other people, give information, help people through something. That's amazing. One of the things that people talked about with water. When I first wrote water, people wrote letters to me, and it was amazing where they were saying that, oh, this book helped me so much. And I'm glad that it could do that. It entertains, yes. It's a very entertaining book. It's a literary book as well, so it goes deeper than just the normal thing. But like when being able to write and help somebody and inspire people, that's a God-given gift, and I will always thank Him for giving me this gift, because a lot of people don't have it, and we need it, and we need to be inspired. So I want you to take whatever it is you get from this channel and to just go out into the world and just go for it. And that's what I've learned too. Just go for it. Okay. So I will see you guys later. Have a great day, and I will see you next time here at the Roses Bookshop on eBay in my basement, where I talk about writing, books, and life.